Hello, everyone. I'm Lobby Clint. Welcome to Late Night Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. So, hello, Gabriela. Welcome. Thanks for joining on Zoom. Hello, Hakuzo and Lisa on YouTube, and everyone watching on Facebook. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, I am streaming to several pages at once. So if you don't see my face on the top corner, then very likely I can't see your comment right now, but I'll always go back and reply as usual. Hello, Katie. Hello, Edgar. Thanks for joining in on Zoom. Hello, Gunya. Thanks for saying hi on Facebook. It's great to be back with you all, and another wonderful time for us to meditate and find some peace. So, as always, actually, before anything, have you guys been doing your homework? Okay, very good. So, the homework is, for those who don't know or just starting off, or a nice reminder, the homework is whatever you're doing, have relaxation and awareness. It's a great way to help you practice meditation outside the meditation hall. So, whatever you're doing in your day, try to have that balance of relaxation and awareness. Also, hello, Alicia. Thanks for joining in. Oh, I'm glad you love the background. And yeah, thanks to the power of a green screen. I'm actually in my bedroom. I'm not outside. It would be very hectic. But yeah, I actually get these screens from myself taking pictures, videos, or sometimes friends. This one's from a friend of mine who lives in Virginia. So, anyways, yeah, it's a sunset at the beach. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. And of course, as always, I let you guys decide how much instruction would you guys like today. As level 1, you're brand new to meditation. Level 2, you meditate, you know how to meditate, but you'd like to have a little bit more instruction. Level 3, kind of moderate. Or level 4, you like long silence. And of course, if you like long silence, Fridays are always level 4. And there have already been some votes online. I saw a 1 and a 4. So we have those already in there. Now at 2, a couple 3s. Go ahead and type it out. Hello, Mom and Dad. Hello, Khalim. Thanks for joining. Hello, Pat. Okay, right. Oh, hello, Kiki. Thanks for joining in on YouTube. Okay, so what level would you guys like? Give you a few more seconds. And for those on YouTube, I will start to categorize all the levels into playlists. That way it makes it a little easier. Okay, now we have more 3s. As of right now, 3 is winning, which is a moderate instruction. Again, the levels aren't difficulty in meditation, it's how much you want me to speak during meditation. As some people like to hear myself speak and share with you, and sometimes you'll start to realize, oh, the silence is quite wonderful. Oh no, we're back to tie again between 2 and 3. Okay. Oh, 3's just 1. Okay then. Oh, another tie. Okay. So then for today, I guess a 2.5. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, the average has just jumped down to 1 to 2 now. Okay. Then for today, we'll have it a level 2. So, like I said, the levels are just letting you guys decide how much instruction you would like. And I love to make this, customizable for you all, because when we practice together, when you're here live or you're here online together, you get to make that decision. But of course, those who are watching the recording afterward, feel free to type in your thing, just like I mentioned earlier that there were already votes from before, and then it'll go into the next day. Okay, then for today we'll have a level 2. And hello, Linnea, thanks for joining on Facebook. Okay, so as we practice, remember, take your time. I can't emphasize this enough. You hear me say it every time, but it's so very important. And I'm not saying it just for you, but also for myself, to remind me to slow down. Because when you meditate more and more, sometimes you unintentionally try to rush because you want to feel that wonderful peace again. But in order to get that peace, remember, take your time. It's not a race, okay? We're enjoying vacation together. So let's have this mini vacation. So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay. Then, as always, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes, taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air, and breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. And once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, forget about it. Let yourself feel as innocent as a child. No worries, no regrets, no responsibilities. Just innocent and free. Not a care in the world. We're all just relaxing with our friends. As I've mentioned to you before, the first step is relaxation. And relaxation is not being lazy. It's not a waste of time. You are actually practicing letting go. Letting go of our physical discomforts. Because just like letting go, you can't force yourself to let go. Just like you can't force yourself to relax. You can try to force yourself, but what happens is you feel tense, you feel uncomfortable. Going the opposite direction of relaxation. So if you can allow yourself to relax, you'll be able to let go a lot easier. Even in the old way of meditation, hundreds of years ago, they would say, sit still, don't move. It's not wrong. But it's not right for the people today. Because back then, people were already relaxed, laid back, comfortable. What they were missing was focus. So to gain that balance, the masters would say, sit still, don't move. But when they heard it, they simply sat still, comfortably. Nowadays, we hear sit still, don't move. We add an extra step. We tense up, thinking that we have to force ourselves into stillness, which is incorrect. And even if you did do that, what's funny is eventually you would let go of your body and feel relaxed. So why go that extra step of trying to sit still, push through discomfort, to eventually learn to relax. Or really, the better word is to be content, where you feel comfortable enough. So in truth, relaxing is actually a shortcut. Even though it might seem kind of counterintuitive, because relaxing tends to feel like being lazy. But in truth, it's not being lazy at all. We are simply allowing ourselves to find contentment instead of trying to force it to happen. So let yourself feel nice and comfortable. The position doesn't actually matter. Sit however you feel comfortable. Or even if you're at home or in bed before going to sleep, you can lay down if you'd like. I just don't recommend laying down when you have the opportunity to sit in a group. While laying down can be a very comfortable position, it is also easy to unintentionally become a distraction for everyone else, because you can easily fall asleep. And sleeping is not a problem in meditation. Snoring is. It becomes an unintentional distraction for others. So, that's why if at home, no problem. Lay down if you'd like. But when you get the opportunity to meditate in a group, which I can almost guarantee it will be better than meditating online. That way you're already in practice. Because as we relax our body, we may need to adjust, move our body here and there. So even if you're at home, alone, practice adjusting lightly and gently, and as quietly as you can. It's a way to help you practice, as well as keep your mind centered easier, even if you need to move. Because if you make adjustments too abruptly, your inner peace can shake quite a bit. So adjust lightly and gently. In fact, everything we do in meditation is light and gentle. And as you practice this more and more, you'll start to notice even what you do in daily life will start to become more light and gentle. From opening and closing doors to placing things on the desk or table. You'll start to be more mindful. And it actually helps us to deepen our meditation. This is why I give you guys the homework to have relaxation and awareness in everything you do. This way, we can practice gaining that balance in every situation. So now as our body is more comfortable, hopefully nice and relaxed now. But if not, feel free to continue to adjust. We move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. But it's a light focus, not too intense, not too intent. It's light and gentle. What we do is let our mind rest on just one thing. That one thing can be anything. I recommend the full moon, because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. The meditation object or image acts as our focus point, a way to help our mind slow down and stay with just one thing rather than everything. It allows our mind to take a break, to be at ease. Some of us think that we need to keep thinking. Some people feel like your thoughts are who you are, and if you stop thinking, you might cease to be. But I can guarantee you, you are not your thoughts. You are you, and you'll get to know yourself even deeper when you stop covering yourself with all those thoughts. This is why they say that you get to know yourself better when you meditate. And it's true. Because one of the benefits of meditation is clarity. The clarity of mind, allowing us to see clearly your good qualities and your bad qualities. Why is this important? When you can see the good and bad in yourself, you're able to see the good and bad in others more clearly. More so, seeing the goodness in others, which is more important. One of the things that my master had taught me, he would tell us to japti. It's a Thai word that means to touch upon something good, or literally looking at the goodness in others. When you take your time to look for the goodness in others, you start to absorb that goodness. And it also happens to work in the negative aspect. If you only look at the bad in others, you start to absorb those bad qualities also. So be mindful. This is why we practice meditation and mindfulness, to bring our mind back to ourselves, rather than judging and critiquing other people. Take a moment to look back in the mirror, back into yourself. What can I do to be better? Instead of, what is wrong with those people? And as human beings, we are very good at looking for negativity. Evolutionarily, that's what helps us survive, looking for what was dangerous, what was not right, or not in the right place. But nowadays, we don't need to worry about imminent death or anything scary. Now we tend to think about everything, which doesn't matter. This is why we practice, and how we can help our mind slow down is to first relax your body, relax your mind, and little by little, you'll find yourself being more and more at ease. Araham Now let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Araham. Remember, we are practicing. You don't have to be perfect. And as we practice, sometimes there's noises, seemingly distractions from outside. Don't think of them as distractions. They're just a new experience for this meditation session. One way I deal with it is I change my mindset. Since I can't change the volume, I change how I feel about it. So let's say a dog is barking outside. It's not barking to annoy us. It's cheering us on in its own way, saying, "You can do it. Remember, center." Or even when the cars or motorcycles pass, or even an airplane flying overhead. It's an airplane full of people cheering you on. Noises are all neutral. It's how we feel about it that makes it positive or negative. So give that a try. Try adjusting how you feel about it. You might find yourself enjoying those silly distractions. And this is why, if you happen to open your eyes and watch me meditate, you'll see me smile due to the silly noises I might hear. They're not bothering you. They're just giving you a new experience. This way, we can keep our peace and go in deeper and deeper. Sam Araham. 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 Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright, and at the center of your object there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from you, filling the room. Let this light spread far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state or province and the surrounding states or provinces, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world, and now throughout the universe. Thinking of your loved ones, your family, your friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together, for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. E Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Jenarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapabuddhanupavena Sapathammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? Take a moment to notice how you feel right now compared to when we just started, or compared to other sessions. This is what we call considering or checking. Checking to see what worked, what didn't work. It's how we can see how we can continue to improve. Okay. See a lot of you had a lot of thumbs up. That's good. See smiles. That's right. Oh, hello, Wisasa. Hello, Marcel. Let's see. Hello, Ringo. Thanks for joining on Facebook. And hello, Jade. Thanks for joining also. Okay. Wow. Very good. Overall, each time we meditate, remember it's a brand new session, a brand new experience. Even if it feels very similar to last time, it's always a little bit different. So allow yourself to keep practicing. But as some people have been, well, actually the past few weeks as well as today, have been having questions about negativity. And how I tell you that it's so important to have a clear mind, a clear, calm mind, how it brings out the positivity, brings out the light within you. But we also have to be aware that we can also have a harmful mind also. And our master says, for a person who doesn't take care of the mind, life will be chaotic, harmful, and not only for themselves, but also for the people around them. This is why it's so important to care for our mind, to take that time to calm ourselves as best we can. And notice how I say as best we can, because we're all at different levels, we're all practicing. So as you're starting off, you'll still get angry. And even after years of practice, you might still get angry. Anger is a very human thing. We're human. But the thing is, when your mind is much more calmer, you're able to go back to calm a little bit easier. The anger might go, and then, whatever, not worth it. You're able to decide how you choose to react instead of simply reacting. And we all know how, especially anger, can very much cause regret. And this is why my master says, not only for yourself, but it makes problems for people around you too. So this is why keeping a clear mind is so important, and being aware how dangerous it can be if your mind's not clear. So many problems can arise. So be mindful as best you can to try and keep that calm as best you can. So just a little thing I wanted to share with you guys, because I understand this is something that we deal with. As people, we can't help but be with other people. We're social creatures. As much as we want to be alone, we still need someone to do something, because we don't know how to make everything that we need to use. This is why we have markets, why we have this and that. Sure, nowadays we can order things to go home, but still, we need that person to bring it to your home. So, while we're living with other people, let us practice as best we can to create harmony. I know some people do not want harmony, they just love to make discord. So, those people, we do our best to keep our harmony with them if possible. If not, get some space away. Little by little, it's a thing that we all have to practice. So, just a little thing I wanted to share with you guys. Hello, Helen. Thanks for joining on Facebook. Okay. Oh, hello, Keith. Thanks for joining also. So, now I open the floor to you all if anyone has any questions and wonders. And of course, I already see some on YouTube. So let me start off. Hello, Hakuzo. He says, how can you find positivity in someone that acts negatively towards you? Do you just take it as a lesson and thank them for the lesson? Actually, that's one way to do it, yes. The negativity that people may put onto you, think of it as they are being a good teacher to show you what you shouldn't do. Okay? And every single person we meet, they can be a good teacher for you. It's whether they show you something that's good that you should do or something you shouldn't do. It's important to remind yourself to make sure you know what is a should or shouldn't. If you're still not sure yet, notice how you feel about it. Otherwise, it's just information to see, and then start to adjust to it. Because yes, we're going to meet negative people. We're going to meet, or sometimes you're going to meet people who are negative at that moment. Because the negativity, people in general, people aren't just completely positive, and some people are not completely negative. Like many of you might look at me and think, "Oh, I'm always positive." Not quite, not always, but I tend to be able to bring myself back to positive easier. If there's things that I have to talk about that's negative, yeah, I'm pretty straightforward about it. But I'm not lingering onto that negative feeling. I'm just looking at that action that has happened and information. Just like how I share with you guys, to take it as information. Do not take it as an emotion. It tends to hurt us more. And then we tend not to be able to let go. But if you take it as information, it has happened. Okay. Forgive them for that action that has done. It's already done. And then do our best to learn from and move forward. Okay. Oh, another question. Hagzu says, how long before or after eating should we wait before meditating? That's another good one. So eating before meditation depends how soon. Like, for example, if you eat a lot before meditating, let's say like maybe half an hour before meditation or right before meditation, you're eating, just had my dinner, and then it's like meditation, you're gonna fall asleep. As it's always very funny in the monkhood after lunch, because our lunch is our last meal. We eat breakfast and lunch. We fast the rest of the day. So especially new monks, we eat a lot because we're scared we're going to be hungry. And then what happens is we meditate and everyone's like, everyone knocks out. So that's why there's so much training to go through monkhood, to help us learn that we don't actually need that much. You'll be okay. It's actually a very interesting thing, because monks, we don't do that much physical stuff. So we don't need that much food. So that's something interesting. And yes, the food before meditation can be a hindrance due to making you sleepy. But if you're hungry, if you're too hungry, your growling stomach will be bothering you. So moderation. If you can, maybe eat an hour before, if you must eat before. Or some people like that empty stomach. Everyone adjust to you. You'll see that as long as it's not a big meal right before the meditation, that will always be difficult or challenging. Like you can get through it, but you're gonna be like, it's gonna be like that. Okay. Pat's asking, can the negativity towards us be our karma? Yes, it is partially our karma, because the thing is, karma is not always a big thing. Every little thing we do actually goes into the next question that Lisa asked. Do you get... oh no, sorry. Jade asks, can karma be accrued even with non-intentional actions or words that other person perceives as harmful? If so, how can it be cleared? So this kind of goes together. With karma, everything we do is karma. Karma means action. So literally everything you do is karma. But whether it's good or bad, or neutral, there's also neutral. Because a lot of things that we do, sometimes it's just neutral. It doesn't really do anything. It's just something you do. But most of the time, they are either something beneficial to you, or sometimes they can end up being more harmful. The thing is, with unintentional stuff, the intention matters. When there's intention in the action, it's stronger. But if there's no intention in the action, it tends to be like an accident. It's unintentional. It's much lower. There's still karma, but think of it like you're sprinkling crumbs compared to throwing the whole bread. Okay, it's kind of like that. So whenever there's unintentional karma, this is why we spread loving kindness. You can another wording that we say is we ask forgiveness to those who we have trespassed, those we have harmed, intentionally or unintentionally. So this is something we do. We send out that good energy, and thinking of, even if we don't remember who we hurt, send it out. Just like, oh, may this good energy go to them, to please let go of these bonds of anger or hatred. And this is the way that we do it, because as I shared with you guys before, good karma and bad karma is kind of like water and salt. They mix and then you can't really see how much we have. And depending on how much water we have, pretty much that's the flavor of the water. If the water's clean and clear, tastes pure, good stuff happens. When it starts to taste salty, that's when all the negativity happens, when accidents happen more often. And that's the thing. And it's not like you accidentally hit this one person and then you're going to get like smacked in the head by somebody. That's not exactly what's going to happen. It's more of a accumulation of many accidents will end up becoming an accident that happens to you. So best thing to do, continue to add more water. Continue adding more goodness. This is how karma works. If you add more water, it's just like what Kunyai, our master nun, said. Think of you're in a boat and you're trying to row your boat through a canal. If the water is low, there are a lot of obstacles. There's like all these little things on the way that make it difficult to move forward. But when there's a lot of water, smooth sailing. You can just go through very easily. Just like that. So allow ourselves to add more water. Okay? Thank you for your questions. Okay, another one. Lisa says, did you get tired of seeing orange all the time instead of more bright colors? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Orange is actually, now that I'm always wearing it, has become kind of a favorite color. Though I still do like more of a silver or white, but yeah, orange has kind of grown on me. Okay, another question. Let's see. Keith says, how can one facilitate and maintain original mind with more discipline without pressure? Okay. To maintain original mind. Okay, so I think what you're meaning is to find yourself in that peace and calm no matter what you're doing. How do we facilitate that? How do I keep it like that, right? This is what I'm believing. Okay, so, all right. So this is the thing. More discipline, as in being disciplined in what you're doing. In other words, being mindful. But you're not putting pressure, as in you're forcing yourself to do a certain thing. Think of any new habit, any good habit we're trying to do. Suppose eat healthy. Let's say you never eat salad, okay? And then suddenly you go, I'm gonna try and eat healthy, and you just go salad right away. What happens? After a couple of days, you give up because it's not something you like. It doesn't work. That's too hard. That's too rough. Too drastic. If you can do it, great. But most people, they need to adjust. Make it more half and half. Half of the usual food you eat, half salad. That's a much better gradual way to get into it. Until eventually, oh, okay. You start to get, then you'll realize that salad is not the only healthy option. There are many healthy options. There are many different things you can eat to be healthy. You see, you'll start to realize there's other ways. It's not just one way or the highway. You know, we are all adjusting to make it work. And as long as you allow yourself adjustment, it will help you not be pressured to be able to maintain that focus and relaxation, having them together comfortably, not forced. Okay? So that's how we can do that. And that's why I tell you guys the homework. Have relaxation and awareness in everything you do. It's a way to help you practice with what you're doing normally. And that's why it's such a great homework. So I hope you give that a try. Thank you, Keith. Okay. Alicia has a question. When someone's hurtful actions or words are unintentional but common, how many chances should they be given if they are infinitely forgiving? How can you know when change will happen? Okay. So this is talking about someone else doing a certain action that is where we think it's probably unintentional, but it could be intentional. And we're trying to see when do we... Okay, think of it like this. If it's from someone else, forgive, and then realize if they keep doing it, it's time to get away. It's no longer a very... Some people are chronically, unintentionally doing something wrong. There are people like this that chronically do something unintentionally, like causing a problem to someone else. There are people like this. For you as a person, you have to see how much of a bother is it to you? how much of a detriment is it to you and your health, your being, your peace? If it really causes you a lot, get some space away, if possible. Or if you know what's going to happen, have some kind of shield that you know will help. Like for example, let's say this person always trips next to you and drops something next on you. A partition might be a good idea, you know. Like this is assuming a work person. You know, it's kind of like that. We adjust to the situation as best we can. For me, I tend to forgive others more so than myself, just because I can't control them. They are the way they are because they are. But if I feel that I'm close enough and able to help them, I will try to advise little by little. That way they can start to adjust. But I won't think that they're going to change. I think that they will make some adjustment, hopefully. Because in the end, change can only happen if they're willing to do it. If there's no willingness to do any change, nothing's going to happen. So this is where we start to see, where do we put that energy in? And this is something that I worked on about 5-6 years ago. As I talked about on Monday, I used to be a yes man. Oh my goodness, yes to everything. Whatever anyone asked for, I did yes, 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 yes. And I got so stressed because not because of the work that I was doing, but because I would feel horrible if I couldn't do it in time, or if I made a mistake, because it was my fault that they asked for my help and I couldn't do it. And then I was putting way too much pressure onto myself. Then I started to realize, okay, look, in order to do a good job for everyone I want to help, I need to have some kind of barrier, some kind of suddenly forgot the word, like a limit or a boundary. That's the word. Have a boundary for myself and go, this is going a little bit too much. Let me check my schedule. That's why I told you guys that time. Start to say maybe. When you start to say maybe, you give yourself enough space to go, can I do it? Should I do it? Do I want to do it? And then you can adjust to that. Because sometimes, remember, it's totally okay for you to say no when someone asks. Because you don't know everything. You can't do everything. You can say, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this. Or I don't have the time for this. I'm sorry. Ask me again next time. But, adjust. Don't just simply yes to everything and then, I can't do it. I'm dying. I have no energy. And I know a lot of nice people, like all of you watching now, may be like this too. And that's the thing that we all have to we have to learn to be able to make some boundary, be able to say, I'm sorry, I can't do this one. Or I don't have the time because I'm busy or this. I already have something else. Be able to start to say maybe. Eventually you'll be able to say no. So, good luck. But keep practicing. Oh, Lisa was talking about my robe. Well, this is my clothes 24/7, 7 days a week, 356 days a year. I don't get too bored of the color, though the fabric gets kind of funny. So, depending on the fabric, some of it's, yeah. But okay. All right. Oh, very good, very good. I tend to forgive and allow actions always, so I was definitely trying to forgive myself. Yes. The first thing that's most important is make sure you have peace. Because when you have peace, you're able to assess the situation better. Be able to do what is seemingly most correct at that time. Because remember, sometimes we do something that's not right because we don't have all the proper information. So calm yourself first. That way, whatever you know at that moment, you'll be able to adjust the best way possible. Okay. All right, then. As time has now come to a close, I went a little over, but I'm always glad to be here with you all. As always, I'll be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, here for late night meditation. Oh, sorry. And of course, for Saturday's inner peace time. But very importantly, this Monday that's coming up is our first new moon meditation. As we'll get to come and meditate together as usual, same time as late night as usual. But what we're going to do is we will have a candle lighting. We'll have a candle lighting to share peace energy to our deceased relatives. So as you guys remember our gratitude nights, that's what I'll be doing. Though it'll be more similar to full moon, so it'll be okay for anyone to join. It won't be too long meditation, it won't be too short. And I will give a brief intro to help those who might be new. And of course, if anyone would like to add the picture of your loved one who has passed away into the digital altar, please do send it to me, whether it be email, text, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, everything that I use as it's on the QR code. You can definitely send it to me and I'll start adding it in, as many of you have already sent it to me, and once it's on my altar, the digital altar, it will be there as long as I continue to do it. So I'll continue to add more and more faces and names and people and loved ones that we want to share love to. So I hope you all, before we go, to give you a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling. Let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube and Facebook, I'll see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you like. We can chat some more. Take care. Thank you again.